Hey guys, day 17. It's another gorgeous day here in the Peach State. And I just thought that I'd take the opportunity to talk to you about whether it really matters to buy your produce organic. I'm looking in the wrong spot again. To buy your produce organic. And I also wanted to send you back to that EWG.org, the Environmental Working Group, to send you back to that website because they have a really handy dandy guide that helps you to decide if it's worth it to spend extra money on organics. Now, sometimes you think, well, if I'm peeling the banana or if I'm taking the peel, you don't eat the onion skin part of the onion, that it doesn't matter, those don't really matter. But in fact, the testing that the Environmental Working Group does for pesticides is done on peeled and washed fruits where that matters. So they're looking at fruit the way you actually eat the fruit when they come up with these lists. And once a year, they publish their Dirty Dozen, which are the vegetable and produce items that you should always try to invest the money to buy organic. And then the Clean 15, where it's not quite as critical. Of course, in the big picture, you want as little pesticides as possible. Just think about it. Pesticides are being used to kill bugs that might eat the plants or to kill fungus that might infect the plants. And one of the ways that those pesticides work specifically on those bugs, sometimes it's by punching holes in the gut of the bug, so in the lining of their gut, so that they die. And the same way that those pesticides punch those little holes in the lining of insect guts, they also can punch holes in the lining of your gut with an increased risk of leaky gut and all the other conditions that can possibly be related to that. By the way, stay tuned because we'll talk about leaky gut on a future Thursday at Elements Wink session. But the point being, the pesticides are not good for the bugs. They're also not good for you. And they're specifically designed to kill living things. Just think about that. Just think about it. And the more that you're having, the more that you have the potential to bioaccumulate some of those pesticides. Excuse me. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to help you to spend your food dollars more wisely while also increasing your health. Because, of course, one of the things that I said to you is every day you need to eat lots of colorful fruits and veggies. So, going back to the Environmental Working Group. Oh, pollen's starting. Sorry, guys. Pollen's starting around here. Okay, so we're going back to the Environmental Working Group page. Honestly, that's the one drawback of living in the Peach State. The pollen counts here are crazy. You don't see that back in New Jersey. All right. As a matter of fact, I think I'll do one about dealing with allergies since this is all fresh on me right now. Okay, so we're back at the Environmental Working Group's website, and once you sign up with your email, remember you don't have to pay for that to sign up to get their newsletters, but you should pay to support their efforts because they're doing such a great job. You will be able to get access to this handy-dandy shopper's guide to pesticides, where they list the Dirty 12 and then the Clean 15. And I will say this number here, those 12 guys, haven't changed that much in the last 5 years. The berries, the apples, the peaches and nectarines, those guys are always in the list. Grapes are always in the list. And those are the ones where it really makes a difference. Even if you are, how did that happen? Oh, even if you are washing your fruit or using any of those, those marketed produce washes or using soap and water and a scrub brush. The point is that the pesticides themselves can actually be in the flesh of the fruits and in the flesh of the veggies. So try to always get these guys as organic. And these guys, you don't have to pull your hair out so much when you're going for those. Remember, the big picture is that you're saving your gut. And I forgot to talk about the fact that pesticides are also pretty neurotoxic. That's another way that they work on killing living beings is by disrupting the normal connections in the nervous system. And studies have shown that children who have the higher levels of pesticides actually have an increased risk for both mental health issues, so psychiatric issues, but also neurologic issues. We see by the age of 6, at least 95% of children will already have evidence of pesticides in just a random urine collection. And if you think about it, kids, their bodies are so much smaller, and so they have such a greater opportunity for just getting way bigger exposure to pesticides than we as adults are able to manage. The good news is, though, it only takes as little as 5 days. Okay. Okay, yes, I'll send that list to you. Interactive. It takes as little as 5 days to help to clear out your system. So choose those dirty 12 only when you're purchasing them as organic. For all of your produce, always wash and clean it. And then the Clean 15 you don't have to worry quite as much about. Remember, you can actually get that list at ewg.org, where you can print it out. See, you can print it out and you can cut it up. Here was my old card from last year, and carry it in your wallet so you don't have to remember it. They also have an app, so you can put the app on your phone and then you always have that list with you. Thanks so much for watching day 17 and tomorrow day 18, but I just got 2 good ideas during this talk alone, and one of them is allergies since it's that season here. All right, good night. Have a great weekend.